Oh crap! I didn't even. Do the Twitters yet. Well, shame on me. So, what is happening? Hey, Marvel Champions. Not only is it also week day one of my day one of Tiger Grind. Busy, busy, busy. Also, I'm now live on YouTube. Tweet. Awesome, there's that. Then, moving back over here to the YouTubes. Hello all. Happy, it's only Monday. Hey, how's it going everybody? How you doing? Happy Monday. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all safe and well. Hope the weekend went well for you. Well, well, well. And that the week is off to a good start for everybody. Glad to have you. It is day one of round 2 of the Tiger Grind, which means I am in the thick of things with the 5-star arena. I'm going for the 5-star Tigra. She is essential to playing Elsa, and Elsa is my favorite champion. Which is why today also happens to be the first day of Elsa Appreciation Week. So, there's a lot of cool stuff going on around the channel, and I'm glad to have you here. Before I get going here on the grind and putting up some more points, I want to welcome the latest Von subs to the channel. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for finding the channel in the depths of the YouTubes, digging the videos, and being excited for what comes out next. You and me both. I'm really glad to have you here. Thanks for that sub. But, time is now a-burning. There are points to put up, and I am only at 7.5 million. It's been a busy day. So, let's get rolling. Yo, what's up, Reaper? How are ya? Good to see you. And Matt as well. Good to see you too, dude. Nation, always a pleasure. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Let's dive right in. So I was pretty surprised that at the final cutoff for Tiger for round 1, somewhere in the range of high 40s, 50s, something like that. I do not think that she's going to be going that low a second time. I do think that was a fluke. But the fact that she didn't go for like 70 or 80 is always a good sign. I'll definitely take that. But like I was saying at the top of the video, she is absolutely essential for playing Elsa. The synergy that she gives Elsa is absolutely friggin' amazing. So I'd like to get a 5-star version of that. I would also like to not die from death spores. That's a big plus. And there we go. Excellent. Excellent. Whew. But you never know. She may wind up going low a second time, just because everyone was a little bit more hyped for Hitmonkey, and then especially with Guardian coming out next month as the first tech champ of the year, even though it's June, midway through June. I think a lot of people are going to be super hyped for that as well. Probably put some of those cats and rank up materials to good use. For me though, it really just depends on his kit. Same with Sasquatch. It is nice to see that they are definitely giving the Mystic class a bunch of love. Especially compared to what it was even not that long ago, you know? I do realize that it was a good while ago, but it still does feel like, you know, we're just getting Diablo now and the Mystic drought is finally over. But since then, we've had innumerable demigod and god tier Mystics, which is great. So it's good to see the tech class is getting a little bit of attention now too. because they definitely could use it. Not to say that there are bad tech champs. There are a lot of solid tech champs out there. It's just, you know, having that 2020 flair goes a long way too. Now, whether they wind up doing it as a rework, or they introduce a bunch of new champs, and actually they might with Alpha Flight. You know, provided they continue on doing that with some of the other characters, Puck and Co. But to have like a synergy family within the tech class would be really nice. Because you kind of dropped the ball with the Guardians of the Galaxy. And since then we've got, you know, all the Mystic, not the Mystic, the Mutant Synergy family teams, Fantastic Four, so on and so forth. Hey, PP, how you doing, dude? Happy Monday. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see everybody. I'm really excited about this week. It's twofold, actually. I'm really excited. It's going to be a super, super, super duper busy, exciting week. A lot of cool stuff going on. But I do know that by the end of the week, I'm going to be exhausted and I'm going to sleep for days. So it's definitely twofold. Definitely twofold. Yeah, Reaper, I completely agree. Especially since they kind of teased at least the M-Rock version of Apocalypse with Storm X, you know? Wouldn't mind that at all. But we'll see. We'll definitely see. The mutants need... there's a lot of mutants that need a lot of attention, too. So, if they do Apocalypse, hopefully it has a bunch of, you know, like a Beardo-esque or Mr. Fantastic-esque or Nick Fury-esque synergy cornucopia. You know, buff Gambit, buff Psylocke, buff Magneto, Cyclops, the works. Because, you know, those guys need a little bit of attention. Make them a bit more relevant for this side of the decade. I think it was the first time I said that this year. I made it to June. Pat myself on the back for that one. Alright, come on, dude. You're almost dead. Come on. Excellent. Excellent. Hey, Guido. How are you, bud? Good to see you. And yes, you totally did guess what Shermoy and I had cooking for day one. Actually, it wound up working out serendipitously. Like, he and I were going to be doing that already anyway. And then Elsa Appreciation Week became a thing, and that kind of just fit in perfectly with the theme, and there we go. So, Designs, how are you, dude? I am doing very well. I am doing very well. Coming off of a good weekend. This week is going to be super chock full, busy, with a lot of good stuff. So I'm doing good, especially for a Monday. Especially for a Monday. I'm doing really well. How about you? How are you doing? Hope the week is finding you well. Alright, come here, my dude. And bye-bye, roll. Or Hulk. Too many Hulks. So many Hulks. And there we go. Awesome. So I got a couple things cooking still that's going to come out by the end of the week. Like, I got Elsa videos slated for through Thursday right now, or maybe Friday, one or the other. But I probably could have planned this a little bit better, I think, especially going in for the Tigra grind and doing an appreciation week. But it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm happy with where it's at right now. Hey, working is good. Working's real good. Bring home that bacon. Alright, come on, dude. There's that. And there's that. Yeah, speaking of which, you know what else I'd like to see, speaking of the Guardians of the Galaxy, aside from just the complete Groot rework from the ground up, is a better synergy between Groot and Rocket. So right now they've got a unique synergy between the two of them, but even still, by today's standards, it's also outdated. That's good, though. That's good. Still get to have that balance. Still get to enjoy time with the family, too, you know? Work will always be there. I mean, family will be there, too. Hopefully, but it's always good to prioritize family over everything else. And I'm glad you're able to make it work after the fact. That's awesome, dude. Got to see my folks, too, which was really nice. And then, yeah, let's throw Ghost in there, why not? So, okay, so I don't have a set goal for where I want to wind up tonight. On stream, at least. So, like, the goal here is to get through the rest of my 5-star rank 5s, 5-star rank 4s, dive into my 5-star rank 3s, rank 5 4-stars, and then see where we're at from there. That should probably take us all the way through the end of the stream, but you know, knowing me, there's probably going to be a litany of other tangents here and there. Burn off some quest energy, maybe do a MODOK run, maybe not, because all my guys are in Alliance War, but we'll see. The night's young. Night is yet young. There's Flare down. I didn't see if Trucos wound up posting their unofficial cutoff for Tigra. Because the number I saw wound up being like 120 something, maybe? Rank 120? So it'd be fun to see if there was something a little bit closer to 150 to go off of. Yeah, I've been around for the last few. They keep getting better year after year, which is great. It's the one thing that scales well with the game. Oh yeah? Oh, there you go. Yeah, get ready, because if the doubloon bit for spring cleaning was any indication of what's to come, then I think we're in for some very tantalizing things on our plate. But I mean, again, between that and whatever the roadmap's going to be by the end of the week, and they talked about Abyss reward buff, which I'm excited about. We'll have to see. Yeah, see, seriously, there hasn't been a boss rush since the community boss rush. Why they don't do community ones more often is it's really beyond me. But especially like the whatchamacallit, I hate calling it the celebrity boss rush because that sounds really dumb. But like the character feature ones, you know, you get like some of the Agents of Shield guys, agents using the actor's likeness for an event, something like that, you know. Like there hasn't been one for like the last 3 or 4 Marvel movies, and that's always fun too. Because it's a really fun, straightforward way to get 10k shards, 5-star shards. Especially the community ones. Because then you actually have people that play the game and know the game inside and out, coming up with some interesting and super annoying node combinations, keeping everything fresh. What I'd like to know though is, like, how many people that play the game are actually interested in unique titles, you know? Because like you get the initial completion of the 10k 5-star shards, which is really nice, but then they try and add the replayability to it by saying, you know, each time you go through you get a unique title, which is great. I don't ever hear people clamoring for new titles or profile pics for that matter, but it's a thing that exists. Alright. They do it for Guido. Though Lordy knows if I ever wind up being invited to do one of those, it's never going to happen, but if I wound up being invited to one of those, you know I'd flip out for that. Come on. Yeah. And there he goes, Gamora. Yeah, all that summer stuff kicks off in like 3 weeks, doesn't it? It's right around the corner. This whole summer is gonna just fly by. I have a feeling. Just fly by. I already got one of them too. Whatever. Let's do this. Why not? Oh, that's right. I was gonna look up Tigra and then got distracted. It seems to happen a lot. I'm always distracted by the new bright shiny thing. Tomorrow is gonna be boring. Why? What's happening tomorrow? Or is it just like the lull in between the current arena and any news happening? Like I said, I think the thing I'm most excited about for tomorrow is the arena announcement to see who the new champ, or to see who the next featured champ is going to be. Because you know, they never know. You never know. They may wind up throwing a curveball. And either, you know, the off-week champ is either going to be ridiculously good, or like a new throwback champ, because they've done Doctor Strange in the past. Or it's going to be, you know, another Howard the Duck. One of those three. Ah, gotcha. What's up, Shadow? Yeah. Yeah. Come on, my dude. Come on. Come on. You're not wrong. Like, I know that I need to burn my energy and finish like the monthly quest. And I know that I gotta get through the MODOK stuff too. I think I've got like 7 of those that I've let stack up. Something like that. 6 of them. But, you know, I'll get around to it. It's just not at the top of my priority list right now. And I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but we'll see about what happens next month. We'll see. You know, that may all wind up being part of whatever the extended roadmap is come Friday. Come by the end of the week. Everybody keeps saying Friday, but no one's confirmed Friday. Could be tomorrow, could be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday. You never know. Somewhere in there. May take Friday off for a long weekend. You never know. Come on. Now, True Strike should mean that... Oh. Why do I still miss? It's so lame. That's why I hate running into Gilly in arenas. Not because she's particularly hard, she's just annoying. Not even annoying because she's hard to beat, annoying just because it takes a while to get through all of her different modes and phases. It's like Nick Fury, you know? He's challenging, but he's certainly beatable. It just takes a while because you gotta kill that one dude twice every time you fight him. Uh-oh. Okay, good. We're good. Crisis averted. Let's do this, and let's do this. Oh boy. I think it's funny when Kabam puts Karnak on an unblockable special one. You never know, dude. You never know. Maybe the guys at Kabam just constantly get clipped by Karnak. You know? Well, there you go, Reaper. It's a race to 2000. I'm just hoping to keep most of this 2000 by the time the end of this arena rolls around. I'd like to put up the entire score naturally, instead of dipping into my saved units. I think it's doable, especially with the first round cutoff. But we'll see. We'll definitely see. But then it'll be nice too, because then I've got the next 3 weeks to keep saving up units as well. Because I'm not going to be going for Hitmonkey as a 5-star. 4-star, absolutely, but not a 5. So that's nice. That's nice. Alright, so let's see. Well, this is still thinking. See if there's anything else, anywhere else for Tigra. Get this next one going. A bunch of the 4-star cutoffs. I mean, that doesn't help because I went for the 4-star too. So I know what that was. Nah, dude, nobody's spilling the beans. Shame. Oh, there we go. There's something. Maybe. No, that's 114. That's too high. Sorry, I don't know why I'm so focused on this Quake fight. I mean, Sparkles would just run right over her. So what would you guys like to see from Kabam for an extended roadmap? Like, what does that mean to you? Because you hear a lot of people throwing stuff out willy-nilly about a bunch of random stuff, but what would you guys like to see? I know I was talking about it the other day, but I was interested to pick your guys' minds about it. What's up, Shermoy? How you doing, bud? Amen to all that stuff. Swip, swip, tap, tapping. Surprised my fingers don't have giant muscles already from all this swiping and tapping. Like, uh-oh. Come on, dude. Thank you. Awesome. There's that. Yeah. Nobody on the Trucos page posted anything less than 114. I think that's an excellent idea. I mean, especially since you already got the Champ Awaken, you may as well save up them units for 3 weeks from now. Awesome. Oh. Actually, I should be able to push past 2,000 tonight when I pass the 12 million mark. That may wind up being off stream because my 6 stars are going to be on cooldown till way after stream, but yeah, that should push me past 2. I probably won't be tapping into my arena crystals. Like, me sitting at 700,000 right now is the highest that's been in months and months and months and months and months. So I kind of want to like wait to a million plus, and then just spin a few just for kicks. But I tell you, it's been such a weight off of my collector OCD shoulders to finally have just manually woken Punisher up and just not have to worry about that anymore. What's up, man, Falcon? I'm doing very well, thank you. Monday has gone very good so far. And I'm very excited for the rest of the week, too. But, hope you're doing well, my friend. Good to see you. Come on, Gilly. And there we go. Beautiful. Bingo and beautiful. There is that. Just want to take a quick tangent and see when the next batch of 5-stars get refreshed. Still got a little ways to go here before I start getting a little antsy about bleeding into that Death Squad cutoff. I'm not alphabetic. What am I doing? These ones. So another hour. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. There's plenty to do. Let's go burn some of this energy. Because I completely forget where I'm at in the quest. What's up, Loki? Cheers on the sub, my friend. Much appreciated. Glad to have you. Ah, yeah, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I'm looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to that. We're going to be going up against Doc in the first round. So that's pretty exciting. I'm trying to figure out who my team is going to be. Because I think the only specific rule is no Corvus, right? No Corvus, no timeout? Yeah. I think so. Pretty sure Guido. Cool. Alright, so that's that quest done. So I'm gonna just sit out a little bit, just because I don't know what I'm gonna be doing next on that. Oh, there we go. This should push me over 2K. Yeah. Excellent. Yeah, no timeouts. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Sasquatch and Guardian for July. You really hope they have a good side event. I hope they have a really good kit. That's what I hope. Because like I would have been completely tapped out for this month if Tigra didn't have the synergy that she does. But she does, and that makes me immensely interested, and here I am. You know how I said that I was going to just sit on Arena Crystals for a little bit? I meant after this one. Okay, that's cool. Okay, okay. I mean, I probably wasn't going to anyway, but good to know just in case. Yeah, yeah. Actually, I really wonder about that too. Like, how many people that's going to wind up just completely derailing Just because I know a lot of people rely on that. I mean, that having been said, there are a plethora of other options to use aside from Corvus to get deep into incursion territory. So we'll have to see. Because, like, my biggest thing is that, you know, assuming that we get pretty far into it, I would need to account for someone that can counter some of the ridiculous, like, passive damage over time stuff. Like, you get pretty far into that, and you go up against an Ebony Maw, and his degen just kills you by itself. You know, anybody with a passive degen, really. And you're just done. You're done. It's like how Magic's Limbo used to be when she first got Limbo. You know, it was just absolutely melting people. Uh-oh. Yeah, exactly. But that's why I'm really looking forward to the first round, you know? It's everybody kind of figuring it out and making it work all together, you know? Yeah. Well, yeah, one mistake and you're done. Especially if you can't time out. And you can't use items, so you can't revive either then, huh? Because that's going to nix Quake as a viable option, too. You know, Quake and Bake, at least. I'm going to need to go back and reread the rules again, just make sure I got my T's crossed and I's dotted as to what is what. But should be good. Should be real good. Especially since I haven't run incursions for a hot minute. It'll be fun getting back into them again. There we go. Excuse me. It is much too early for a yawn like that. We got too many million points left to put up. Yeah. And that's the part I'm most excited about, you know. And people have talked it to death at this point, but that's definitely something that this game needs a lot more of, you know. Just skill-based content. Sorry, I'm also kind of just working through my head right now who who should round out the team. Because like at that point, it's almost not worth having synergy mules. Because you're going to wind up needing everybody on your roster at some point. But maybe you could get away with one or two. We'll see. We'll see. And there's that. Yeah, that's one way to do it. I think Morningstar is going to wind up carrying a lot of people too, just with her innate ability to heal. And then when she's got all 5 of her souls, she'll just be going nuts. But a ramped up Gilly isn't a bad idea either, because she heals. Really wish I had ranked up Morningstar. I mean, just completely randomly as an aside. It's really cool that she's been getting a little bit more attention again. Almost. Yeah, but you know what it is. It's just the lack of rank up materials. I don't have anything against her, and I would love taking her up. It's just, you know, lack of resources. Yeah, or like Omega Void Killmonger. There's a lot of good teams out there, really, you know? And that's what makes it really exciting. Like, I'm tempted to bring my Elsa. I'm really tempted. But I don't think that she'd have the staying power to get too far into it, you know? Like, don't get me wrong, in the first few rooms, she would just absolutely destroy it, but outside of that... Alright, come on, my dude. Thank you. You know who I wish I had as a 6-star is OG Black Panther. Hopefully I wind up pulling him someday. And that's not a joke, that's not me being facetious, I'm totally serious. Because with all the love that guy's been getting the last few months with synergies, I'd be very interested to see what his bleed damage would be at a 6-star level. Let's see, where do I feel safe? That'd be a hell of a team if that winds up getting a death squad. They came out with something for season 19 of War. Actually, I think they did. I just wasn't a part of like a whole bunch of like a information dump. Or maybe they're going to wind up tweaking that a little bit with their roadmap. And it's not even, the crap offers are one thing, but having no other place in game to get it with work, I think that's the biggest crock. Oh, cheers, Falcon. That's my biggest thing, and it's why I love Arena so much. A lot of people don't like it just because it's boring and repetitive, and I'm not gonna completely dismiss that critique, but it gives me a chance to play most of my entire roster, right? Because I mean, otherwise, outside of your questing team, your 2 alliance teams, that's 11 champs top that you cycle through out of a roster of 170. So this way, you get to play everybody with all their different play styles and kits and tools at their disposal and synergies. You can just like go completely ham with synergies now with so many different playable champs. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Let's throw Hulk in there. I don't know, guys. Gotten it close. Like I'm almost out of teams here that I feel safe with. Because who is it? I think somebody here in chat, when I was doing the Red Guardian grind, was saying that 4-star rank 4s can bring up death squads now, right? Or 4-star rank 4 equivalents. Uh-oh. I'm gonna need to hit up like Best Buy or something. Give me another one of these. Not even Best Buy. I'm gonna need to buy one of these new adapters. Because I doubt it's my HDMI cord that's going out. And knowing Apple and their reputation for terrible cord quality. Fun times. Oh, well, cheers, Falcon. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate the kind words. Thanks, bud. Glad to have you here. It's a fun game. It's a really fun game. Especially 5 years into it. There's just layers upon layers upon layers of things that you can do now, When it first came out, it was pretty vanilla, obviously, because it was a new game. Synergies were non-existent at that point, and everyone's kit was pretty much vanilla. So for me, having been along for the ride most of the time, it's just been really cool seeing it grow and develop and get some crazy depth to it. So I definitely have fun with it. Definitely have fun with it. Shermoy, I read the first part of that and it broke my heart a little bit. Oh, that's right, I did hear that. Yeah, so you use flow champs against flow champs as like a counter. That's right, I did hear that. Never mind. So then the attacker gets the benefit instead of the defender. I mean, instead of just scrapping the idea outright, it's kind of like digging yourself deeper. Yeah, exactly. Don't even get me started on 2% of catalysts. Don't even get me started. That's so triggering for me. It's so triggering. And it's like one of those things, it's like you get so many like 2% this, 2% that, and it's being like held up on such a high pedestal, like you get 2% and you should be happy. That by the time they come out with, oh, you get 10%, you get 25%. You know, the implication is like we're just so thankful to have a quarter of a single rank up material, you know? Nah. Like, at least give us the option of a 2% selector. You know, it's still gonna take us freaking forever to get to a full catalyst, but at least that way we can at least slowly start to tailor which one specifically we're going for. Sorry, like I said, super triggering. Yeah. Oh yeah. But then you tell all the different like war stories about how it used to be, right? With the perfect block teams and Doctor Strange cheese, and then the 12.0 nerf. How everybody was super excited that World War II Cap was coming out because he could bleed on his special 2 instead of just stun. Oh yeah. What's up, Roblox? Happy Monday, bud. Good to see you. Real good to see you. And then there was that long period of drought of just meh champs. Like when they did, when they first introduced what everybody calls the memes nowadays, you know, She-Hulk and Iron Patriot and Kamala Khan. It's like, these are the new champs. Because even back then it was kind of like, eh? Oh man, flow. Yeah, that's what it's gonna wind up being, Shadow. Yeah, you can use a controlled champion to counter a controlled champion, but then there's gonna be an extra node that makes the whole thing redundant. But we'll see. You know, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. That's something they definitely would have done for Act 7 and the whole like Act 7 mentality. So, you know, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I'll hear them out, and then, you know, see what Season 19 actually winds up being. You know, hope springs eternal, right? Yeah. Yep. There was a lot of truth to what Hector was saying in his video. A lot of truth. Cheers. So I was going to say that Sparkles is probably going to be the cutoff for me in terms of champs I feel safe playing. So I don't want to push my luck with death squads. Not that it's impossible to get back to a win streak again. It's just, especially now that I'm burning 4 stars, I don't want to wait. Hey, Cedar, how are you, dude? Happy Monday. Good to see you, my friend. lasers and giant boards. I was trying to save up for a special too, and then go spinny, 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 spinny. But alas, it was not to be. And there's that. Cheers, all. Staying hydrated. But man, I really, carry on what we were talking about earlier, I really do hope that there's an influx of rank up materials for higher levels. I mean, just period as blanket statement, right? But also because I saw the, you know, the 4-star Storm X, which made me think of the 5-star, and I still really want to take her up to rank 5. She's awesome. You know, maybe with the war rewards coming out Wednesday. It'll be Wednesday for me, most likely. Then maybe, but that's one of those tough things because, you know, she's a really fun champ to play, and I love playing Storm X. She's amazing, but she isn't the most useful. Not, I shouldn't say that. Most all-around utilitarian. You know, she's very niche. Not that niche is bad, it's just, again, with a drought of gold and rank up resources, you gotta be really strategic about who you take up. Especially with them changing the alliance events all the time. Go. 2 Sorcerer Supremes going at it. Going toe to toe. So let's do Storm, let's do you, and let's do you. And I think Daredevil is just gonna have to chill for a bit. Poor DD. Have you guys ever noticed when you're grinding arena that you run into the same people over and over and over again? Like different teams, but the same people. Like this Nick and Judy's, I run into all the time. With all different champions too. Nick and Judy's usually winds up being someone I fight with my max out 5 stars, and here I am with, you know, max out 4 stars, and I'm still fighting them. It always does kind of make me wonder if they actually take a snapshot of the champs you play, or just, you know, this is the generic Captain America at this level, this is the generic Old Man Logan, and we'll just slap your name on it and call it good enough. Like a mixed match hodgepodge of masteries. You would think from a programming level that'd be a lot easier, right? Instead of having to take a snapshot of everybody and just run with that. What's up, Marvel Champion? How are you? Good to see you, my friend. Happy Monday. How did I start mobile gaming on YouTube? Like, what did I do? Actually, I wound up jumping on. Like, I've been watching other YouTubers for a good while, right? And then I was watching one of Brian Grant's streams. Figured I'd just pick his brain as to like how he was doing what he was doing. And that's when I found out about Elgato. That's when I found out about OBS. It was really helpful. Did a little bit of homework. I'm like, Alright, well, it's a little bit of money, but it's not bad. Because that was about the same time that, surprise, surprise, Elsa Bloodstone first came out, and I was just gushing about the champ. So that will end up being the first YouTube video I did. One of the first YouTube videos I did is just me just saying, you know, what makes her so great. I'm an illustrator and graphic designer by trade, so I already have the Adobe suite on my computers. So I already have the video editing software. So I was able to just record using, you know, I've got an iPhone, just a screen record on the iPhone, and then going back, watching the recording, and then dubbing it, basically, and combining the two files together in Premiere, and just uploading that. So really, the whole thing started out as just as like a twofold. I really wanted to learn how to do Premiere better. And then also, since I've been playing the game for 4 or 5 years at this point, and I play it every day, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna be playing the game already anyway, and may as well, you know, learn a couple new things too. So here I am. Yeah, definitely. Especially if you wind up recycling or refreshing some of your champs, Falcon. Um, you always wind up going up against the same group of 3 people. Oh, very nice. Yeah, Reaper, absolutely. Symbiote Supreme has a lot of good things going for him. Taking the 455, I don't think that's a bad idea. He hits like a truck, it just depends on who your other mystic options are. Symbiote Supreme has the same problem as Nick Fury, though, that if you run into somebody who's bleed immune or debuff immune, or also you run into like a power lock node, right? Like you can only get 1 bar of power, 2 bars of power, no bars of power. That also is a huge nerf to his kit. But like I said, overall, yeah, he's really solid. He's really solid. I would. Yeah. I love a 6-star version as well. I've been trolled so many times by the 6-star version, it's been ridiculous. Like the 5-star eluded me for forever. I struggled to get through. That's gonna be a fun fight. I struggled to get through the Act 6 Medusa boss with the Killmonger trick, right? But that sucked. That sucked. And the easiest way to do it is to use Symbiote Supreme, right? But I just could not get that dude. Yeah. Yeah, but then that's the thing about Nick Fury is that you got to play him in like the danger zone. So if you're a really skilled player and you can dance around the field and not worry about like passive debuffs and whatnot, yeah, he's fantastic. But he's a good champ. He's a good champ. So availability. These guys coming back in 20 minutes. How far down that rabbit hole does that go? Not too deep. Alright guys, I'll pose it to you guys. What should I do? What do you want to see me do, actually? I can jump in, do some questing stuff, do some fun, just champ playthrough stuff. Otherwise, since I'm behind, I probably could refresh some teams, keep going with the arena. But if there's anything specifically you guys want to just muck around with for kicks. Yeah, but Falcon Angela's a solid rollover, though. She's a solid rollover. She's really good. Guido says 4 stars. 4 stars what, bud? Because, like, I'm at the point where I'm really apprehensive about going down this list any further and running into death squads. That's why I'm like, I don't know. Oh, I've been doing the 4 stars. 4 stars, all of them. You're having a laugh, my friend. Not all of them. Arcus is really solid too. I'd love to have him as a 6. Let's just do a couple rounds of this. And where is... Ah, there he is. Right in front of me. So much for my units. Sure, let's do Ben Riley. Go fight that weapon axe. Ben Riley is one of my regulars. I used to hate fighting this guy. I still kind of do, but I used to really hate fighting this guy. Because of this weapon axe. Then I got used to playing against him. I still wouldn't want to run into a weapon axe in Alliance War, but for Arena, he's a lot more manageable now. Uh-oh. Bye. Take that 15k. Actually, you know what I could do? I've been meaning to do a big crystal cleanup video. If you guys wouldn't mind sitting through that for the next 15-20 minutes. Just throwing some ideas out there. May wind up burning a quest revive too, just to keep rolling with all of that, so that doesn't sneak up on me at the end of the month. Yeah, exactly, dude. Exactly. So I didn't get the... There we go. Throw a medium. Medium. Well, that special was overkill. Love Elsa. Love me some Elsa. I'm back out of that. I don't really want to do a MODOK. What's the catalyst today? Mutant? I guess I got the Deadpool thing too. Sorry guys, I really should have planned my refreshes a little bit better. Yeah, most everything's maxed. Alright. Catalyst teams it is. I don't know why I go for the catalyst stuff. I've got full catalyst crystals sitting in my inventory, but I don't know. Part of me is like, well, at least this way I get to choose specifically which classes to go after, as opposed to getting a bunch of stuff that winds up in overflowing. Got that going. The only problem with this is that you can just auto fight the whole thing. And that's not particularly very enjoyable to watch either. Oh man, I'm so stiff. You know what? Tell you what, we got a couple minutes to kill. I'm gonna start in on the where am I at? Where's my mouse? There's it. There it is. Come back. There we go. I'm gonna start in on the crystal cleanup video. So if I'm talking like I'm not addressing anybody in particular, it's nothing personal. It's recording for the future. But before I get too far down that rabbit hole, let me just see how many of these I've got. So I got some room to spare. Okay. Alright, you guys. So then, yeah, just bear with me for a moment here. Alright, from the top. Hey there, hi there, everybody. So, today is a long time coming. This is the June edition of Crystal Cleanup. I got a bunch of stuff sitting in my inventory, and my crystal stash is well over 12,000 now, which means it is definitely time to pare some of that stuff down. So, I'm just going to be opening up a bunch of stuff, a bunch of random stuff. I'm going to be skipping ahead through a couple of things, fast forwarding and editing out a couple others, just because, you know, don't really need to see every single spin of every single thing. But that having been said, be sticking around for some of the more interesting things. So to start things off, I'm just scrolling down, starting off with some of the 5-star SIGs. I'm gonna spin out one of these and then 2 of these and then pop the last 10. How about that? So at this point, I'm really open to anything from these. I'd say probably skill is most preferable. So I wound up waking up a couple of skill champs recently from the previous event. And you know, a couple extra SIGs here and there are always much appreciated and go a long way. So they know that I'm after a skill, and it's the second tease. Second tease. So let's see if popping these does me any better. And I got a grand total of 1. I mean, I can't really complain. That's a fairly decent split. Got 1 of everything at least, so that's not bad. I can't complain. Alright, so I will be saving those for another time and those for another time. Got 55 4-star SIGs. I'm just going to pop all these. Everything here can come in handy. There are still a bunch of 4 stars that are not ranked up all the way. So again, every single thing comes in handy. Pretty heavy-handed on the cosmic there, but again, not too bad. Not too bad. So, next up. I'll spin one of these out, but just because I still have no idea how they're going to integrate Platinum Pool into the game, I'm assuming that he's going to wind up being a playable champ at some point, but since they haven't alluded to what that would be yet, I don't... Oh, units, nice. I don't really want to pop all these, like, Dead Pool, Gold Pool, Platinum Pool crystals, just in case something like that winds up tying into it. Wouldn't that be interesting? Alright, so these are the 3 stars. Same story for the 4s. Everything can come in handy. Not looking for anything in particular. Cool, cool, cool. For a lot of this stuff, really, just even splits. Even splits. Could do some of these Sig crystals next. Got 2 friendship crystals. That's nice. I'm looking for the title. I've got the title once. They introduced stacking titles, giving you different things. Gold always comes in handy, but out of these specific crystals, it's certainly not the spiciest thing you could ask for. Outside of that, I guess artifacts wouldn't be bad. Crystal number 2, though, is gonna be gold again. Uh-oh. And there we go. Oh, cool. Got 4,500 gold and the You Just Won music, so I guess I should be thankful for that, right? Okay, so next up. I may want to do some of those arena boosts, actually. That might go in handy. Get some of the 4 and 5s. Greater Glory may come back to that. Tier 3, Tier 1. I will be definitely popping open those 2% crystals. Cav Objective. I love these. And it's nice that they still kept the reel, too. Because a lot of these, they're starting to do away with the reel, and that just takes away half the fun. So, crystal number 1, 5-star shards. Excellent. 6-star shards would be amazing. I think I'd be most excited for Tier 4 Basic. Just because Tier 4 Basic is... Oh, Tier 2A. Awesome. Because Tier 4 Basic, I just need so much of. And 2,700, nice. And even though they've introduced new ways of getting it and new places to get it and all that, which is great, it still goes super fast. So, cool. 6-star shards. Love it. 100 of those. There are my Tier 4 basic. Let's go ahead and pop the next batch. See how many is that? Half of one. Beautiful. Pop 10. So, no 5-star, no 6-star. Got some more Tier 2 Alpha. And a bunch of ISO and a bunch of Tier 4 class frags. It's not very useful, but I can still sell all that stuff for gold, which really I think at the end of the day is the biggest benefit. So, a couple more Tier 2A, whole boatload of ISO. I'm going to spin the rest of these out because I can't be mad, again, because selling gold is super helpful, but still, it's so boring. It's so boring. Let's back out of that. I'm not liking that at all. Oh, well, see, there you go. That was the trick. All I had to do is back out. 100 more 6-stars. Yeah, just keep those couple.
Okay. So test. That looks like that's better. I swear I hate the Bluetooth headset. It craps out on me so freaking often. See, that's the thing. If I restart the system, it works just fine, but disconnecting it and reconnecting it back to the system doesn't do the trick. Not sure why that is. Lovely. Alright, well, anyway, that was part one of that crystal opening, and I'm just going to leave that be because I don't really want to have that drastic quality of mic audio in a video. Pick that up later, another time. No way, man. I'm going to stick with those 200 6-star shards. That was awesome. And again, I can't be mad at all that ISO because I'm going to sell that for gold. You think I got enough solo crystals? Still kind of hoping they have like a lesser, greater, and super solo or something like that, where you can just trade all of these in for something a little bit newer, spicier. Wouldn't that be nice? Anyway, where am I at? Where am I at? No, I need to talk with Shimoy and then see what works out for him. So, I mean, soon. The first day is the 17th, I think, right? I got 5 minutes left on that. Alright, I'm just going to refresh the 6s here for a little bit. Just roll with that. It's one of the nice things about wearing the headphones right there is I don't need to worry if my hair is a mess. Now it's just like, I guess I'll just roll with that. I'll take that. I will gladly eat a couple punches to the face to give me that kind of extra damage. Worked out quite well. Quite well, if I do say so myself. Fun because there are things that I want to say about these arena matches, but I shouldn't because I'll be spoiling future content. But I do very much enjoy refreshing this team. Come on, my dude. You. There we go. do think it really does suck for Weapon X that the only way to prevent healing is through poison, and then have really no good poison options to sufficiently counter Weapon X in a 3-minute setting. Like, you can Warlock him, but like, who else are you gonna bring in? You know, Man-Thing? Maybe, but it's not ideal. Hawkeye with the Hit Monkey synergy? No, not a chance. Mysterio doesn't do a whole lot. Voodoo doesn't do a whole lot. Poison-wise. Abomination with synergies? Dude still hits like a noodle. That having been said, it was very nice to actually, for the people that wound up getting him, to have a champion that was worth the work and the time and the money that went into getting a Legends time. Just kind of wish he was also available as a 5-star too, so I'd like to play one. Come on, dude. Nice, nice, nice. Love pretty stealthy. Yeah, I'll just take 16k on a special one. Sure, why not? Alright, now I'm assuming that there should be some 5-stars. Yeah, there's Torch already. Five stars coming due. Another 5 minutes. That's not good. Okay, well then I guess I'll do a couple more refreshes of this. I don't want to do anything too crazy with this though, just because, like I was saying, I really want to save the units, and I don't think I'm gonna need to use them for this grind. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Let's just do that. That. Stop it. Come back. I want to fight you. Stop it. There you go. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'll take that. Ghost match. Man Falcon, do you play a second game on the low key to kill time when not in MCOC? Found Hungry Shark. I've never heard of Hungry Shark. Sounds fun though. What's up, Nathan? How you doing, bud? Happy Monday. Good to see you. Mike is all out of sorts today, which is why it sounds different than usual, so FYI. I play a bit of Borderlands 3 on the side just for kicks. But otherwise no, not so much. Like every now and again I like to cycle a console game. Just for something that has a defined beginning and end, you know. I'd love to get into games like Red Dead 2, Witcher 3, still, even though both of those have been out for a while. But since both of those games you could sink a few hundred hours into easily a piece, I'm really apprehensive about that. Because knowing me, once I get into a game, I just love the heck out of it. Case in point. But I don't know, something that's in the range of like a 40 hour campaign top. Yeah, that's always fun. But you know, you can't beat some of the classics too. It's nice to pop in Mario Kart, Smash Bros. Just let off a bit of steam. Or Breath of the Wild and just run around and screw around for a bit. I love that game. Just run around aimlessly. Reaper says, Gwenpool is so OP. When you team her with Triple Quake and Hawkeye, those bleed stacks serve her special 2 power lock a lot more. Yeah, Gwenpool is an amazing champion. She was fantastic when she first came out, and even though she's been out for a few years now, she still is a lot of fun to play. You are absolutely right. And I think people now, too, are sleeping on her, or have just forgotten about her, you know? Which is a shame. Which is a real shame. Because I like the versatility and utility of her kit. She can bleed and stun, she can power lock, she can tank special 3 hits, she can tank specials in general, to be honest. It's awesome. Gwenpool is reverse Psylocke. I mean, that's an interesting way to look at it. I gotta go back and relearn Psylocke, though. I've gotten so used to just spamming her special 1 to do a power drain, I've completely forgotten how to do her more OP power lock. Put that on the to-do list for someday. Alright, there we go. Got some dudes. Throw these guys up. But I will say though, once some of these 5 stars are refreshed, I'm probably gonna wind up calling it a wee bit of an earlier night tonight. Get up, stretch a bit, maybe power nap, and then keep going. Plus I got a couple more videos to render, so work on and render too, so busy. More good things coming this week. But I gotta see who else is in the queue to be refreshed. Cheers. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Come on. I ain't got time to dance, Medusa. Goodness. Alright, so we got Elsa, we got Storm, and Johnny. Excellent. Yeah, let's do this. God, I love Storm. I said it before, I'll say it again. I cannot wait to take her up to rank 5. And I'm still so tempted to save up some extra 6-star shards and go for future to try and get Storm out of that crystal. It's just so stinking much fun to play. Come on, Rocket. There we go. And Elsa. This is gonna be a blink and you miss it fight. Well, I mean, it's MODOK. Oh, he auto blocks, right? Blink and you miss it. Anybody else coming up here? 3 minutes. A couple. A few. I'll wait for this next set and then probably call it after that. Give me a chance to run my the squad of 6s one more time. I mean, in 3 minutes, probably 2 more times, but I'm only just doing units. Units. I should stop saying units so loudly. The neighbors might get suspicious. It's an interesting playstyle with Ghost fighting Weapon X there. Just because if he hits through her and procs that miss, it's just bad times. But she can still dex back and parry, and that works out pretty okay. So it doesn't trigger its abilities. There we go. I can't say it's that early for me to be yawning anymore, but still, gotta hold out for another minute and a couple minutes. Keep going with this fun and exciting arena. Get them tier 1 mutant cats. The good stuff. Got one. Nah. Let's do the gold pool bet. They really need people going around that circle. Can they just do from like point A to point B? Like, do we really need to waste the 10, 15, 30 seconds, whatever it is, going around the bend for no reason? Just to feel like we've got more bang out of our buck for a quest. Is that really necessary? Live long enough for me to get to my special 2 at least. Oh. Guess not. Alright, Shadow, take care, bud. You have a good one. We'll catch you here coming up. Awesome. Well, sorry guys. Mike will be back up and running again for tomorrow's stream, so it's always fun. Working on technical difficulties on the fly. Come on, it's the longest freaking 45 seconds ever. There we go. Alright, last team. Last run. Don't really want to fight a Nick Fury. Come on, my dude. Come on. There we go. He just curls up and just kind of hope to get lucky. Alright, but there we go. That's it. 101, 102 wins? 102 wins. So, ending the day there at about 12 mil. A little short for where I wanted to be, but still feeling pretty good about the grind overall. I want to thank you guys for watching here live. It's been real cool getting to hang out with you guys and chew the fat here the last almost 2 hours. it's been fun. It's been real fun. If I could just trouble you guys real quick to like and subscribe to the channel, each and every bit of that helps me out immensely, and I very much do appreciate it. Channel just recently hit 500 subs, which is a huge milestone, and that's entirely up thanks to you guys. So I want to give a big hearty thank you again for that. That's been really special. So thank you. I'm gonna be live streaming again here the next couple nights, pushing for the top 150 for the 5-star arena here. Plus, it's also Bloodstone Appreciation Week, so every day there's gonna be one, maybe more, probably one video, just highlighting why she's my favorite champ, some of the cool things that she can do, synergies, etc. So stay tuned for that. But until next time, everybody, take care. Talk soon. Stay safe and be well, everybody. Bye for now.